am always thinking of new dreams.
ジョージ・ルーカス
I dream of visions which have
彼は
yet to be seen,
いつも新しい夢を考えてきた
which have not yet been
見たこと
heard.
のないものを
From dreams,
聞いたことのない
create
音
a
を
new reality.
現実の形にしてきた
In this universe, new dreams and new friends.
この宇宙は新しい夢と仲間でいっぱいだ
Panasonic, always new dreams, wonderful friends.
パナソニックいつも新しい夢素晴らしい仲間
Panasonic, Itsumo, something.
Simo.
Something new. Hello there, everybody. Dork Forces, episode 96. Welcome, one and all.
I mean, honestly,
so ready.
could you imagine how much of a deep cut, but how incredibly, like, it works so well in the universe. But if that song, if the smooth jazz, like, final
that was in universe?
Yeah, dude, if they put that somewhere in Star Tours, like, if they put that as like part of the exit, like, you would hear the da-na-na-na-na, and then, like, welcome, you have arrived. And then, like, you know, you'll be welcomed in by the jazz and the jizz.
I mean, yes, I'll take a royal jizz welcome. That sounds like an excellent way to be.
Right?
Especially in the Fields of
after
Elysium with the royal guards that are just holding giant PVC pipes. I think the real reason for that is because they did go out on location somewhere to film this commercial, and they weren't willing to take everything out of the warehouse. So
that too.
Little
and
things
like,
didn't make the cut, and I think that their pikes were probably one of those things.
It's Japan, so like you have to, if you're just walking around with, I mean, weapons are one thing, but space weapons are a different thing. So.
100%. And also, I think this came out in 1980. So, actually, this came out in 1980. That's kind of crazy that they showed royal guards because they weren't revealed until Return of the Jedi.
But Ralph McQuarrie still had drawings for them and like sort of.
Well, like this shows that. Well, I mean, this shows that full costumes had been produced because there they are in the field. I don't know what it is about that opening clip that just like touches my heart so much every single time. And it occurs to me that people might be getting tired of me opening the podcast with that same clip, but I'm not tired of it, and I'm never gonna stop. So,
like, I don't know about you, but like I notice different things about it almost every single time. Like, for example, when he's doing his opening monologue of like, I think of new dreams. I think of dreams. Like, but at one point he says, you know, I dream and think of sounds that haven't been heard yet. And it's like, dude, that's true, though. There's so many random little, like, snidbits and just, like, sound effects that Industrial Light and Sound just put together and created. And just, like... It's like George Lucas himself, just like, okay, everything is in space. Everything has like this particular theme to it, but like, what would some of these things sound like? Like, what would a plasma sword sound like?
These are the thoughts that you have when you're a visionary.
I guess so, yeah.
You have just limitless, unbridled imagination. These are the things you can contemplate because you can generate answers for yourself, you know? Some people are like, what would that sound like? I can't even imagine, you know? George Lucas is like, oh, it sounds exactly like this. It's just vivid in his mind. That's the real superpower, is being able to like visualize and conceptualize all these crazy ideas.
Absolutely.
It wouldn't surprise me.
We're almost in.
After all, the Emperor is in The Empire Strikes Back for that hologram sequence. What if originally that was to be conceived of an in-person meeting, which would mean that there are royal guards in the room? But then they changed it, scrapped it, went with the hologram scene on the Star Destroyer instead. I'm not basing that on anything other than the fact that these costumes had clearly been manufactured by 1980. So,
I'm sure they had to make the costumes before they could even start the filming, or like you know, everything had to be created and get the green light before like they actually went into production.
Oh, 100%. So it's possible. Like I see what you're saying. It's possible that it's had them as a prop, like ready to go.
For the next movie, yeah. And
sure.
Like, that commercial was probably shot between films. Or production of films, I mean. But yeah,
It's good to see you, man. We took a couple weeks off here. We both were like kind of busy.
We both needed to recover. Like our various states are going through complete opposite forms of weather.
Right? You're being like scorched out, and I'm being buried in snow.
Yeah, and the pollen and the post nasal drip is just like absolutely horrible down here.
Oh my god, I bet.
Getting the 6 inches of snow, which scares the shit out of me still, because Emerald City Comic Con is literally right around the corner.
It's gonna be gone by then. It's gonna be gone by then.
Getting the plane tickets tomorrow / potentially tonight. So everything is in the calendar. Everything's in motion, and
I can't wait. We're gonna be doing that. We're gonna be meeting up at Mox on the Saturday after the fact as well. So if you're in the area for the con, come down and hang out with us, have a drink, and play some sabacc. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah,
man, don't worry. It's not gonna be all icy by then. I'm sure it'll start heating up. On the
I'm hoping so.
We get one big cold snap, and then it's done every year, and this was that. But today was crazy. I have that like fancy de-icer stuff in my wiper fluid, and so I was putting that on the windshield, and it cleared it right up. And then I saw in real time the ice just back across the windshield, like it refroze in front of me. It was like that movie, The Day After Tomorrow, with like the crazy fast ice like chasing everyone around. Was nuts. It was like 24 degrees. Yeah. I like the cold more than the heat, but like this is too cold. It's excessive, man.
It's true. But before we get into too much else for the evening, because we do have some Star Wars stuff to go over. There was a lot of Marvel teasers and Marvel trailers that was revealed the last couple weekends. So we're actually going to kind of break that down.
Yes.
Jump into some Marvel goodness with the Captain America movie coming out this weekend, and then next couple months we get Thunderbolts.
Captain America 4, right?
Correct. Yes.
4.
But this is also going to take place with Falcon as Captain America after the Disney Plus show. So it's going to be it's going to be a fun ride. But after this past year, because like Agatha came out. But then also Ghost had their concert movie come out. So like I'm still debating cosplay wise, like to do Doctor Strange Friday and Saturday and then Copia on Sunday. But then Nosferatu came out and dropped. So like I don't know if that's gonna like be really inspirational to the special effects and horror movie cosplayers, because like
there's gonna be some fantastic Count Orloks walking around, man. At least I hope. Yes. And at least one Willem Dafoe.
Dude, at least 2 Willem Dafoes, because like Beetlejuice came out last year as well. So like
I still need to watch that. That is on my reaction list. There's a reaction to that coming to Grizzled Wizard at some point.
I mean,
you didn't like it?
I mean, no, not particularly. There was so much going on. Like it was an entertaining 90 minutes, but as far as like a Beetlejuice sequel is concerned, like it was just like it was like Lost. Like there were so many storylines going on.
They try to work too much into it.
Crammed in, yeah.
That's fair. I don't know. I guess I'll keep that in mind when I watch it. But I remember the original one having way too many storylines too.
But at least it was
a very busy movie. There was a lot going on in the original too. I'm still going to react to it. I'm still looking forward to doing that because I do like the original Beetlejuice. That is a fun one. We will not be in LA next month, unfortunately, but we will be up in Seattle doing Emerald City Comic Con early in March.
Yes.
And we're holding a meetup at the Mox Cafe right afterwards too. It's gonna be a lot of fun to everybody that's in the area. So the big game, the big Savant tournament or whatever it is that they play every year.
Yeah, neither of us are particularly sports people. The only sport we really care about is pod racing.
I was just about to say that.
And they don't show that. They don't show that in our galaxy. So
if they had like the Daytona 500, but like pod racing, I would watch it every year. I would clear my schedule. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
I would be a super sports fan if that was a sport that I had access to, but it's not. So I'm not. I'm sorry. The rest of them just don't hold a candle to pod racing. What do you want?
Aside from pod racing, the only other sport that either of us really are into is jousting, and even that is also not very regularly televised.
I do like watching the fencing in the Olympics. Those are some exciting ass matches. I do enjoy that. I will assume that there's going to be a live stream for Star Wars Celebration Japan. I don't know if it's going to be on Disney Plus. In previous years, it has been freely available on YouTube.
On YouTube, yeah, I don't think
you haven't needed a Disney Plus subscription or anything like that, and you can just tune in. They can always change that, I guess. So I don't know if that's going to be.
Especially now,
I would assume it's free on YouTube. I don't think anything official has been announced. One way.
Yeah, because it's also going to be in Japan. So I'm curious, like what the deal would be with translation, with translating, because I don't remember if YouTube does its own. Because I know they do their own captions and like subtext, but I don't know if they also do their own translations as well.
There is auto-generated. Yeah, there's a YouTube headquarters in every country, speaking every language. So like, there's people out there working to translate videos, and there's also a lot of it is auto-generated, like closed captioning too. So they'll at the very least probably have that going on. But like for a lot of important panels and stuff, a lot of times they have like interpreters on the stage, and stuff like that. So I'm sure that there will be like multiple ways of crossing the language barrier for people all at once. Yeah, Brent, you're speaking my language, man. Like, I don't know. I worked in a sports bar, so I can fake it with the best of them. I can like carry on a conversation about local sports team number 5 or whatever, and it'll be fine. But yeah, I don't know. I just took all of my passion and enthusiasm and put it in Star Wars. There wasn't enough left over for football. I'm very sorry. The one thing that does make me interested every year at the Super Bowl is the trailers and the commercials. And like these days, it's all about like releases and trailers and debuts.
Absolutely.
But like, I remember back when I was like a teenager and a kid, I still had the same idea. I was like, oh yeah, all the funniest commercials happen during the Super Bowl.
They used to.
The most entertaining ones, because like they're the most expensive commercials. They put the most time and money into them because they were going to be seen by so many people. It resulted in some pretty classic commercials. But nowadays, it's all about trailers coming out. And I was kind of hoping we'd get an Andor trailer during the Super Bowl because, we are 70 days away from season 2 at this point.
True. This is true. It's going to be so good. It's going to be so like Tinker Tailor. Like, I feel like, I don't know. I'm curious if season 2 is going to carry the same sort of feel and weight and theme that season 1 did, or if it's going to be like its own completely different thing and it's going to be more of like season 1 was espionage, so I'll stop myself with that one.
Season 2 is straight up fomenting insurrection,
right? Because we already know that Andor is going to have like his suave alternate, alter persona, and like we're going to get K2SO. So like, I wonder if this is going to be more of like a James Bond sort of a feel of like actual like spy thriller.
I think that 3-episode arc will be. I don't know if the whole season's going to be that way. I think it's going to be a lot of like very gritty, very in the trenches, doing what needs to be done. But like the stakes are getting higher and higher because we're getting so much closer to Rogue One. I think that one of the arcs is going to be Mon Mothma needs to be rescued from Coruscant. She needs to be taken away. And so Cassian's going to have some slick, rich snob alter ego. I can't wait. It's gonna be so good. But he's in those shots of him. He's totally in Mon Mothma's house. Like that's the same architecture. Like that's where he's at. So he's gonna go in all slick to try and get her out. And I don't think it's gonna go well.
If anything, that might be like if I have to throw a theory out there, or I have to like, what would be my guess as to happen in season 2, like in the process of Mon Mothma getting arrested, or like the process of trying to get her off of Coruscant. Yeah. Like I would not be surprised if Luthen, or is that Skarsgård's character? I'm like,
now. Luthen is not surviving the season,
bro. Yeah.
There's
okay.
I
was kind of hinting that of like, because we don't see him in season 1.
He's such a major player. Where is he in Rogue One? He would have been at that meeting, man. He would have been the one talking to Jyn Erso.
So I wonder if he's going to like sacrifice himself and make himself like a greater, bigger distraction to the authorities that, like Mon Mothma and Cassian sort of like slip through the cracks because, Luthen's up here fucking, I don't know, hijacking a Star Destroyer or something. But
I remember that one. No, I think he said it himself in that monologue in season 1. He was like, I will be a sacrifice.
Right.
He already forfeited his life, and now it's just a matter of time.
So I wonder if it's gonna be. I wonder if it's gonna be at like the very end of the season, or if
well,
it's
let me show you this photo
Desolation
because
Smaug, or if it's
let me
gonna
show
be
you this photo from
guys first.
production that came out like in a magazine a while ago. Oh wow, it's super low res. Never mind. I'll find a better quality one of that. But look, you can see what's happening here. It's Mon Mothma and Luthen and stormtroopers are like they're right there. They're right there, dude. Man. So like I don't like that, and the fact that they feel comfortable showing us this photo means that like
God, the drip.
That's not even the whole story.
The drip in the costumes for Coruscant. Like we're gonna see so much badass clothing for season 2. Also, like I am unintentionally pumped for that for some reason. Like part of like I don't know, the costume design in me is just like, dude, we're gonna see some cool ass.
Oh, it's gonna look incredible. Season 1 was so well costumed, and the sets were so like organically designed.
So organic and vivid, yes. Excellent use of the volume. Like they have it down to an absolute science now. And if anything, they're able to like, okay, cool. We've used these situations where we've like overused the volume in a way. Now we can like kind of scale back and like really use it as like that fine-tuned seasoning for this delicious dish.
Okay, there we go. There we go. I found a higher res. The photo came from a spread in Empire magazine about Andor season 2, by the way. That's where it came from.
I can believe that. Oh, look at that cloak. Look at that cloak.
Look at this. Tell like I don't understand how Luthen can walk out of this room after this. Yeah, it's great, right?
Because maybe at this point,
you think Saw Gerrera is going to take him out? You know, I hadn't really thought about that, but if Saw Gerrera takes it personally that Luthen threw Krieger to the wolves like that and let the whole Spellhouse raid. Like, he knew the ISB was going to kill them, and he sacrificed them. He didn't warn them and let them go ahead. If Saw Gerrera finds out about that, he might not have quite the same view about it that Luthen did. I don't know that he'd go that far, though, because Saw Gerrera is not stupid. He understands how valuable Luthen is to the rebellion. But yeah, I haven't gotten this photo out of my mind since the first time I saw it. It's so clear to me that, like, this has got to be his death looming, walking into that room.
Is this?
And I think that's Coruscant. I think that's on Coruscant. So this is before Andor shows up to get Mon Mothma out of there.
So they probably think he's still an antiquities dealer. But this thing I was going to say is like, just look at those stormtroopers, man. Like,
why? Yeah, exactly. Why are they there?
I think this might be like the first time we get to see straight up a New Hope stormtroopers this early on now.
I'm thinking that
we've made the full transition from
they're right there
clone armor to good old school trilogy armor.
It really feels like they're coming to arrest him, you know, like even if he is just an antiquities dealer, why are the cops here, kind of thing. Yeah, so I agree with you. I completely agree with you. Luthen's not making it out. If he does, it's gonna be so messed up, dude. But I don't know. I think Saw Gerrera can see the bigger picture in a better way than just that. So yes, speaking of the Super Bowl, we were about to talk about it, and then we got sidetracked with Andor season 2 because we wanted there to be a trailer there. But what we did get was a Thunderbolts trailer. So take a look at this.
Shout out to Baja Blast Seal. Yeah, Woodsy, I got you on that one. That was something that I was surprised that he did, but you know, at some point you have to be able to laugh at yourself, right? Like at the end of the day, you chose that name, and he did a good job. He did a good job. I also find it funny how Americans can't seem to just like keep all of their energy in check. Like as far as I'm aware, any World Cup that happens, no European country like loses their shit and completely like fucking destroys the city that they're in. That seems to be a purely American sports related thing. Because I did see tweets about how like the city was absolutely just destroyed and broken windows all over the place after the game. So it's like, man.
Well, I'm not gonna speak on that because I don't know how Europe rolls after their sports matches. I've never seen it. But yeah, they trashed poor Philly, didn't they? Oh man. So during that game, the Thunderbolts big game trailer came out. I haven't watched this trailer yet. Bendu, you've seen it, right?
This is for Thunderbolts. This is the.
What's up, my dude? Yeah, this is the Thunderbolts big game trailer.
Yeah. This one's really great because I think it gives a real solid idea of what the story is going to be for this one. And like before we go into the trailers, like I wasn't initially excited for Red Hulk and Thunderbolts. Like I was totally down to just watch them at home on Disney Plus, but I don't know, the way that things are starting to tie together, I am super curious as to like the future of the MCU and the future for the MCU. So this is interesting to see because this is also like our like 616 planet versus Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four, that movie's going to take place in a different universe. So
right, because it's the multiverse, sure.
Yeah, but let's go.
But this is in our Marvel.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's cool because this trailer shows that they're going to actually touch bases on stuff that happens in the Eternals movie, of which everyone likes to talk shit on. And like the Eternals had its good moments. Like Eternals was like a great. Deborah Chow like knocked that film out of the water. But you know, haters are going to hate.
I didn't mind the Eternals. My only criticism was that it was very long.
It was very long. It was very long.
It was good. It was a good movie. All right, here we go. Thunderbolts big game trailer.
Let's talk facts. The Avengers are.
Oh, it's her.
Who will keep the American people safe?
What kind of power is that?
There's some big threat out there, and you are gonna help me stop it.
Wait,
Oh, that was interesting. The Marvel thing was yellow.
You got someplace to be? I love that guy.
So none of us comply? So what, we all just punch and shoot? I can't think of...
We do all punch and shoot. That's why this is like absolutely hilarious. It's insane.
It's just a bunch of gun superheroes.
Like I made that joke so many times. What up, Ghost?
You can't escape the past. Hey, it's like your mind is somewhere else.
So you could do something about it now, or live with it forever.
This could get messy.
No shit. You thought you were gonna be some great saviors? You can't save yourself.
We can't do this. No one here is a hero.
Lena, when I look at you, I don't see your mistakes. That's why we need each other.
Okay, that was really good.
Yeah, Lena.
God, thank you.
This has makings of team.
I fucking love that Florence Pugh is a Marvel superhero. Like she's so great. I love watching her.
This team can be the heroes on the Wheaties box.
You can be the heroes on the Wheaties box.
With a little giddy toy.
Asterisk.
Have you slept?
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
I'd like not to die today, so maybe somebody else should be driving.
I'm pumped. I'm fucking pumped. So the way that this goes, Bob, the guy in the scrubs from the prior trailers that eventually gets revealed that he is Sentry or the Sentry. So the deal with him is that the government wanted to make their own Hulk, but they also wanted to make their own super soldier. So they're like, all right, how can we combine both of these experiments together? And then they do, and they do it to this dude, and then he turns into the Sentry. And then essentially the Sentry is like Marvel's equivalent to Superman. He's just like that level of just like, fly, super strength, eyes, laser eyes, like everything. But somehow in the mix of the chemical reaction between all the experiments that they were doing on the dude, if his inner self, or like if his willpower loses control of of his superpowers while he's using them. Once his powers overtake him, then he becomes this entity called the Void, and the Void
becomes evil, right?
Yeah, well, evil, yeah, in that he just he kills and consumes everything.
Sure.
Yeah,
sure,
Ran
okay.
Solari, the Void is no joke. Yeah, right.
Okay, so it's kind of like Aang going into the Avatar state when he can't fully control it, and then it just starts building and building.
Yep.
The Void is just all-consuming, non-discriminate.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds intense. And they're just a bunch of punchy, shooty guys.
They're all just a bunch of super soldiers.
How are they supposed to stand up against this?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, no, I like a good underdog story, and it seems like the stakes are definitely there. I don't really know these characters. I recognize a bunch of them, but I don't. They're not as established for me as
so
Iron
the
Man
one
and
in
Captain America.
the one in the weird bird mask with the bow and arrow. Okay, so at least 3 of the characters are in the Black Widow movie. So you have Red Guardian, Yelena, and Taskmaster. Ghost was in the second Ant-Man and the Wasp movie. She has
she was the bad guy. She was the bad guy.
Yeah, her DNA was all messed up from the quantum realm, and she's able to phase in and out of different states of matter. Who else do we got? Oh, dude, fucking U.S. Agent was the dude from the Falcon Winter Soldier show where
I remember U.S. Agent. No, he's the one that
tried to be Captain America, but then he got caught killing someone, and then
Wyatt,
and then fuck it, dude, it was interesting. So it's just it's a bunch of hitty punchy super soldiers, and then Yelena, of course, is.
Thank you very much for reminding me. We do have that to talk about as well. We're going to get to that. The Fantastic Four.
Seeing Fantastic Four Galactus showing up. I don't know if you guys like Fantastic Four. I mean, I like it in passing for the most part. I like that the Fantastic Four is a comic family, have a lot of integrations with other storylines. For example, Agatha Harkness at some point becomes the babysitter for Reed Richards and Sue Storm.
Wait, really?
A kid. It's
That's
wild.
It's
so yeah, and then Dr. Doom, of course, is just such a Shakespearean ego of a character. There's a lot. What did I specifically ever read Fantastic Four? No, they were never specifically my go-to comic family or anything like that. But
okay, so the reason why I get it now. I think I finally get it. That's why they're able to have Robert Downey Jr. be Doom, because this is a whole different world. It's in a different part of the multiverse. Okay. Does that mean that Jeremy Irons is out there being Tony Stark somewhere in this world?
Why would it be Jeremy Irons?
Well, why would it be Robert Downey Jr. if he's suddenly Doom?
Oh, that's fair.
Is he still Tony Stark? Is he Tony Stark as Doom?
We don't know.
How is it going to work?
We don't know.
I don't understand.
Yeah, we don't know. Don't know shit, Captain. Not enough information for you.
Nobody knows. And that's the verdict. No, I'm down, though. I'm down. It does look like a really good time. I saw the one. I did see the one with Chris Evans and the Silver Surfer and Jessica Alba and everything.
Right, that one was good. Having oh god, what was his name? Oh man, Julian McMahon from Nip Tuck and from Charmed being the dude who played Dr. Doom. That casting was phenomenal. He did an amazing.
He did a really good job. He did do a really good job.
He was such a dick the whole time.
Yeah, he was.
But he still had that Gaston level of handsome, where it's just dude, you're such a dick, and the only reason you're doing it is because the one person, the one woman you want to be with, says no. So you're I'm gonna take it out on everyone. I'm gonna
make it everybody's problem.
Yeah, I'm gonna become everyone's
problem. My connection to the Fantastic Four is mostly through Venture Brothers and Professor Impossible and Impossible Industries. It's such a funny parody. It's absolutely hysterical.
That's amazing.
And then Dr. Doom is basically Phantom Limb. It's basically his story.
Yes.
Fucking Phantom Limb, dude. The most inappropriate drawing of all time. But yeah, let's check that out too. Here we go. Fantastic Four. This isn't a big game trailer or anything, but it did just very recently come out.
It came out about a week or so.
I also haven't seen this one yet, too. So let's.
Oh, it's so good. The comic book accuracies for the Thing is just like top notch. It's like the before you see him, best friend. I just want to say I appreciate that when it comes to the Thing, Disney decided to be like, hold up, let's give you some Davy Jones level like CGI money. They're like, hold up, let's give you some old school like Lord of the Rings level, some good CGI for that makeup.
Oh, okay. You're really building this thing up. It better look real good now.
The Thing was great.
Let's do it. All right, Fantastic Four trailer. Oh, that's okay. Nice. Very like 60s retro Jetsons.
7 on the dot, no matter what.
Ron Solari, supreme pettiness. Truly, though, supreme petty.
Herbie, how's that sauce coming? Yeah, I'll be the.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Holy shit, dude! With like the massive brow and everything.
Okay, is this guy good or what?
I see what you were saying. I see what you're saying.
Garlic. Not because it's not delicious. I just want to.
It's the guy from The Bear, right?
Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
T-5.
Before we went up the first time, you couldn't turn invisible. Ben wasn't.
Pedro Pascal is the smartest
good,
man
dude.
ever. Still just like, I'm not quite there yet.
This does look pretty good. Oh, I know that guy. He was the gatekeeper in Game of Thrones.
Johnny is Johnny.
I like that this doesn't seem to be an origin story. I really like that they're already established. They have their powers.
Right, we're jumping straight in.
Yeah.
Together.
And they're clearly like well loved in their world too. You got kids dressing up as them. Oh shit! No way with the okay. Galactus.
Let's go.
You know what? I'm super down.
Goosebumps.
I feel like I'm more hyped for this trailer than most of the Marvel trailers I've watched. Like, yeah, seriously, like Marvel never gives me a chill. Like that got there. I'm down. That looks like it's gonna be
because
really
fun.
And I like that they're keeping Robert Downey Jr. like in reserve too. They're not even gonna show us his doom until like.
Well, no, Robert Downey Doom isn't going to show up until like the Avengers movies, and like there has to be some sort of incursion that's going to happen that's going to like have those.
Well, what movie is he going to be in? Why did they announce his casting? What was he casting?
The newest like Avengers big bad evil guy.
Oh, it's for the next Avengers movie.
Yeah, he's going to.
I thought that casting was for Fantastic Four.
No.
Okay.
I don't believe so.
No, I think me too. I think it looks really, really good.
But like, here's the thing. Like, so for this movie again, because it takes place in a different universe, like they could easily go full Rogue One and no one survives.
Okay, the old bearded.
I'm going into this note thinking like people are going to die. People are going to die in this movie, regardless.
I hope so. Give me some stakes in my superhero stuff, please. Ralph Innocent. Oh, sick. Who's he playing? Is he Galactus? Because he has one of the coolest voices.
The dude from Vox Machina is Galactus. Kevdak. Ron Solari. Second.
Kevdak, Grog's father. I don't know who voiced him. That is Ralph Innocent. Okay, sweet.
Yes.
Yeah, no, dude has one of the best voices. He was the guy who beat the snot out of Theon Greyjoy in Game of Thrones in the Iron Islands. Leading the mission. And then he was also the dude from Willow who was like who got infected by the sword.
Yes. He was also the father in The Witch, and then he was the one of the doctors in Nosferatu.
All right, this is officially a Ralph Innocent appreciation podcast now.
Yes.
Because that dude is
dude's voice. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. His voice is so good. He's up there. He's up there with Brad Dourif for me. For like
he's like our generation. He's like the dude. He's the equivalent of like our generation of the guy who's like Savage and Mr. Krabs, but also the Kurgan.
Yeah, I heard that Silver Surfer is going to be a lady. I'm into it.
I'm fine with that.
Why not? Why not?
It's an alien. The Silver Surfer is supposed to be an alien. Like, what if it's a female and still Doug Jones? Fucking let's do it, you cowards. Do it. Do it.
I would like to see the Silver Surfer's home planet where everybody is Doug Jones.
Dude, and then that's the thing, though.
Play the whole civilization.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like Galactus promised, like that he gave Silver Surfer the job, and it was like, look, if you don't want me to destroy your planet, like, be my herald, and I'll save your planet for last. And he was like, all right, let's go. I hate this job, but
I'll do it.
Fucking go. Yeah, it saves our planet from utter destruction.
Yeah, oops, all Doug.
It's all Doug. It'll be curious to see really how they answer the Galactus problem.
How did they solve the Galactus problem the first time around? Well, that's right. They made him like a big old storm. He wasn't even a person.
They became friends with the Silver Surfer, and the Silver Surfer like somehow told him to piss off.
That's right. That's right. They befriended the Silver Surfer, but I remember they depicted Galactus as just like a nebula.
A giant, yeah, he was a giant swirling.
He wasn't even like corporeal with the humanoid form.
He wasn't. Yeah, exactly.
They straight up gave him his silly pink helmet in this. Like
they went full celestial body with this one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down. They went 100% like comic book ridiculousness. And that's what you shouldn't try and make it so gritty. You shouldn't try and make it like, what if it was real though? It's like, no, don't make it real. Make it a guy in tights jumping off a building with a cape. Like that's what we're here to see, you know? That's what we want. So I'm glad that they're leaning into that a little bit more. And like the production design is pretty sweet too. I love how retro futuristic it is. It's very like 1960s inspired futurism.
Droid Herder coming in hot. Silver Surfer is Shala Bale, Empress of her world, who became Surfer to save her planet. I mean, it's a very similar story. That seems to be his entire MO.
So Silver Surfer, is Silver Surfer a title?
It's a title.
Or okay.
Herald of Galactus is the full name.
Okay, right. But like, has there always been one singular surfer on the planet? Is it kind of like being Superman for that world? Or is it more like, oh yeah, every country appoints a surfer. It's like a government position.
No, it's only Galactus.
Prefect, you're the surfer.
No,
yeah.
It's only Galactus. Galactus is the only one who has that power, who anoints person. He only has one surfer at a time. He doesn't have multiple surfers.
It's not the title. Okay, it's who they are.
What do you mean surfer's not the title? Galactus is the person who like, gives the power, gives the board. Is Silver Surfer just like the words?
Oh, they grant the board to the person who holds it. That makes it sound like it's a title.
Yeah. Can we also acknowledge how he's not a cloud for once? We do. Oh yeah,
that's what we were just talking about. Is how we're glad that they decided to give him his silly pink helmet and like the whole 9 yards. Absolutely.
Okay. I mean, okay. Hey,
they're from the
so cool.
They're from the planet of the Sour Punch, whatever it was. Do you remember? Like it was a Tang commercials where they had the little people made of like colorful liquid.
I do remember that. I don't think that's where they're from.
That's what their planet looks like.
I don't remember that.
100%. All right. Well, I'm going to find that now. In the meantime, we do have another. This isn't really like a trailer. This is just like the in theaters now because this weekend we get the new Captain America movie, right? Starring Harrison Ford.
Yeah, that comes out Valentine's weekend. That comes out this weekend.
Oh, damn. Yep. That's coming out on Friday.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. Let's take a look at Captain America here.
Captain America, we've dedicated our entire lives to serving this country.
Whoa, did you see that? I'm going to start it over. They popped him out of the widescreen for a second there.
Captain America, we've dedicated
our
entire lives.
It's like a 3D trailer.
Serving this country. Adamantium has turned us against
Adamantium. This move. That's what hooked me in. I wasn't interested until they
referenced Eternals. They actually did it.
On the brink of war.
Yeah.
Make sure the suit's ready.
How the hell did he just do that?
Really? You must be new.
I bet you break easy. Not that easy.
Let's go.
Nobody saw that.
Got his own wingman. Let's go.
He won't walk away alive, Captain, but he will.
What up, Moff Gideon?
Jesus.
Complete new world. Experience it in IMAX this Friday. Get tickets now.
See, I'm also in it just to purely see what Moff Gideon is up to and to give our boy some respect.
Yeah, no, I'm in this one for just the actors and for like the character and the entertainment we're gonna get. Like I want to see Harrison Ford being a giant red person. That just sounds like a good time to me.
Yeah.
No, I'm in it for Cap as well. Like I really do think that he makes a good Captain America. I enjoyed Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I think it's yeah, no, I think it's going to be a good time. I'm not sure I'm going to see this in the theater. I think I'm going to wait for streaming because I want to react to this one. Try to do a bunch of Marvel reactions and fill in the gaps in my knowledge there. So that'll definitely be one that I'll put on there. What was that? What was that purple ability? He like sent a shockwave off of his wings. Is that new? Because I don't remember that from the show.
He got that from so his new suit is came from Wakanda. And like we kind of got to see it at the final episode, but we never got to really see him do anything with it. But I mean, it's the same energy repulsion power that Black Panther has in his suit, where he absorbs the kinetic energy that's getting hit with him, and then he's just able to like push it out.
Oh yeah, like it's the kinetic, like it transfers the. Sure, okay, that's badass.
Captain
okay,
Thrawn,
yeah, that's Wakandan tech.
Yep.
Sure. Yeah, that's dope, actually.
Yep.
No, that's very cool. Where is?
But yeah, if I wasn't getting ticket discounts for birthday weekends, like I probably would wait till streaming also. But the fact that that this is now going to be our like MCU's introduction to adamantium just really makes it easier for the X-Men mutants. After Deadpool and Wolverine, it just makes the introduction way more easier.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I think I found it, by the way.
Found what?
The commercial I was talking about.
Oh, the Juicy Fruit commercial?
Capri Sun.
Or Capri Sun, yeah, okay.
This is the planet where the Silver Surfers come from, right here.
Right, Devil Dog.
Easy open Capri Sun. Now that's cool.
Oh yes.
You remember this?
Yes.
Here's the Silver Surfers.
Absolutely.
Easy open liquid cool.
This is what their planet looks like.
Oh my god.
Capri Sun by the pitcher.
It was the same period of time too. Same graphics, same everything. Oh,
I'm proud of myself for finding it. Okay.
Oh man. See, they didn't go to another planet though. Like you.
No, I'm saying on their planet, people drink Capri Sun, and that's what happens.
On their planet.
That's
regular ass Earth.
I'm not a scientist. What do you want from me?
That's regular ass Earth. Those kids were just given the superpowers of the Capri Sun. Because they are holding the power, they were harnessing the power of the sun in the palm of their hands. Yeah. Rising Silver Surfer. Exactly.
That is the Silver Surfer planet right there.
Yes.
Okay, so are you into the Funko Pops?
No, not at all.
You don't have very many.
There is one.
You don't have any Funko Pops, dude. Even I have one Funko Pop.
No.
That's what, good for you, honestly. Good for you, because that's an addiction. People go into it and then suddenly they have a million of them, Yeah. I've noticed they take over the con too. Like there's so many of the booths, a lot of their booth space is now just Funko Pops because they need to sell that base amount just to,
I think they just like
rent the area.
I think they just like mass produce so many that they just like kind of do it. Or like they have to just like try to sell it all at one time.
No, I know there's a lot of people that love Funko Pops, and there's nothing wrong with that. And for the people that are into it, I've got some good news. I've got some good news. Well, it's a GameStop exclusive, but they just announced this right here: a Star Killer Funko Pop from The Force Unleashed.
Legends. Oh, that's pretty badass. It's
pretty sweet, right? Like the lightning.
That's pretty
going over his arms like that.
Yeah.
Definitely Force Unleashed 2, by the way, because of the fact that he has.
See, I'd rather have that as an enamel pin. I'd rather have that as a pin that I can just like put on a little jacket or like my bag next time we have a Park Forces meetup. Like, yeah, I'd rather have that as like
totally
something.
Have it as a piece of swag.
Yeah, that is really cute though. It is really cute.
I would take it as a shirt design,
right?
or one of the
Even
mini pops. I'd get the mini pops.
Yes.
100%, Chad Admiral. You're absolutely right. They are the new Beanie Babies. For sure. People amassed them. They hoarded them like dragons, and then they're going to find that they don't really increase in value very much over time. I think that's what we're going to find, just like Beanie Babies. Although I think Beanie Babies might finally be expensive because it's enough time has passed that they're rare now.
Because I don't think they might not make them anymore. Well, no, they still make some of them, but they're like off.
Do I have them within?
Like,
like for example, you know what? Just because we're on the subject right now.
I mean, okay, so like, I mean, to everyone in the chat, I mean, I play Magic. So do I have Funko Pops? No. A lot of my money, free resources goes towards little plastic figures for Star Wars Shatterpoint and Marvel Crisis Protocol. So rather, instead of investing in a 40K army and like spending hundreds of dollars on plastic,
sure,
I spend my money on pieces of cardboard. But
we all have things we waste our money on, man. We all have things we do it, and we should never be ashamed about it. We should just try and be a bit more responsible sometimes. For example, I should have been more responsible, and I should not have bought the entire line of Star Wars Beanie Babies from 1997. They were called Star Wars Buddies, right? And
okay,
I have
those are fucking adorable. I wish I still had my Jawa.
Look at Jawa. Look at him. Star Wars Buddies.
The most cute.
You guys remember these things?
Yes. I wish I had my Jawa.
He's so cute. We've got the R2D2 as well right here.
That oh man, R2 looks like he's been through the ring.
Yeah, he's not. God, he looks a little wide. He's got a little bit of the power of the Force body going on a little bit there.
He does. He does look very.
3PO's looking good though. 3PO's looking good.
3PO looks pretty good. He's still very shiny. He's still very shiny. Still very cute face. Yeah, there's something
absolutely. I still have the Jabba the Hutt popcorn bucket.
Oh yeah. The question is, are the batteries still running in it?
They are. It still hoes at me every time I open the damn thing.
With the R2 looks like that one weed PSA. Oh yeah, like where he melts into the couch, dude. Yeah, or no. The girl deflates and she's just like the skin suit. Yeah, man.
I don't think I can get my camera to focus, but it says Kenner 1997 on the back. The Star Wars Bunnies. The Star Wars Bunnies came out in 1997.
When the VHS 3-set bundle, like the remastered trilogy came out, that's when those started to come out.
1997 is when the special editions came out too, of the original trilogy. This one might be one of the cutest ones. Look at the Wampa, dude. Look at this little dude. He's pretty so wiggly. And like he's so fluffy that his eyes are kind of buried, but he does have little like button eyes on there.
He does seem absolutely cuddly. Still, there's something too adorable and special about the Jawa. The Jawa just looks like the little black mage from the first Final Fantasy. And he's just like he's too damn cute.
It kind of looks like Orko a little bit, just in a different robe.
Yeah, look at that. He's just a little guy. He's such a little guy. You just want to give him anything. Just want to give him like a screwdriver.
You leave my Wampa
alone. Come off? Dude, you probably could. You could easily stitch in some magnets. Just like chop it off, paint it red a little bit, and then like put some magnets in there. Solid.
I'm saving the best two for last, by the way. But here's Jabba the Hutt. He's a little aged. He hasn't lasted the test of time quite as well, but he's pretty cute still. That's our Jabba.
It looks like, oh man.
Yeah, Jabba post Leia. That's a polite way of putting it.
So that creature. So yeah, dude, that literally looks
monkey lizard.
That looks like one of the fireheads from the Labyrinth. Straight up.
Yes, I remember those guys. They freaked me out.
I'm totally. God, look at that. He like perfectly balances on your shoulder. That's amazing. Like absolutely. But that Jabba looks absolutely like the poop emoji. Like that's.
He basically is.
That's very like, oh man. Yeah.
He's not He's not doing great, man.
That's me.
I'm not sure if this one sells for full price anymore.
Oh man, Salacious Crumb. Yeah, but that thing, that's special.
Look at him. He's like, kill me.
Kill me. Yeah, dude. So like,
you have to kill me.
Yeah, so KFC did a very similar thing when Pokemon first came out, and they had 4 little like plushy Beanie Baby like wannabes. They had Vulpix, Seal, Dratini, and Zubat, and I think maybe Pikachu because like they had to have Pikachu, but like, dude, I wish I still
do remember Boogles
plushies. Like the Jawa one, absolutely adorable. The little Dratini and the little Zubat were just like, I think one of my absolute favorite little stuffed animals, and I think they fell apart just because I like squeezed them too fucking hard. So,
and that's what they're supposed to do. That's their job, is to fall apart.
Yeah, that job of
loved too much. These are the last 2, and these are the ones that I saved for last because they're my absolute favorites.
Wow.
We got Figure and Dan right here.
I'm amazed you have all of them.
Max, dude, I impulse bought the entire goddamn line, and I don't regret it.
Did they come in a box like together?
They came in like with the little display, the store display, little cardboard box that you fold out.
Wait, with the guy Devil Dog, with the guy who did Nosferatu. Are you saying Salacious Crumb looks like oh god, what's his name? Oh,
sir, his Plagueis is my father.
Oh man, what's his name? The dude.
Yeah, right. Controversial Ortolan anatomy right here.
The director. I can't think of his name right now. Robert Eggers. Are you trying to say? Are you trying to say Salacious Crumb looks like him? Because that's fucking hilarious. I'm saying that Labyrinth is. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. You think? Yeah. I mean, yeah. That was definitely.
Isn't he remaking the Labyrinth? Isn't he going to do that? With some authentic candlelit codpiece bulge, it's gonna be great.
No, if anyone, I thought Del Toro.
Yeah, it is being remade by him. That's right. That's what I heard.
Oh, the only thing next I heard on his chopping block is that he wants to do a werewolf movie, which I'm totally down for. He wants to make a werewolf cult movie sort of thing.
As long as Toby Froud gets to be part of it. Toby Froud played the little baby in the Labyrinth. He's the son of Brian Froud, who was the concept artist and production designer for the Dark Crystal. And Dark Crystal 2, Age of Resistance on Netflix was the creation of Toby Froud, that baby grown up.
That's true.
Pretty awesome. Super talented guy. Really has his father's like visual language. So I really hope they bring him in if they're going to do a sequel to the Labyrinth. He's pretty necessary. In Grizzled Wizard news, my good friend Brian Ward, who you may know from hilarious Photoshop memes all over social media, hooked me up and helped me out with getting a little bit of a glow up for my Grizzled Wizard YouTube channel. And
which we're going to try to emphasize more on. So catch us on the Grizzled Wizard channel.
That's where, I mean, all of our Marvel stuff, all of our non-Star Wars stuff is going to be over there. So that's the place to be. You've probably seen my old intro, but here, world's first exclusive, the unveiling of the new Grizzled Wizard channel intro.
Yes. You got to hit
nice, doesn't it? It's pretty slick.
It was too quick. Hit him with it again. Yeah. There we go.
It's a good looking intro.
Yes. Because I believe our Rings of Power reactions are also on the Grizzled Wizard page.
Absolutely. Yeah, they are.
So if you
Rings
love
of Power,
as much as we
do,
cool damn, and Dungeon Meshy.
Meshy.
Yeah.
There's a Dungeon Meshy reaction that was supposed to come out today that it keeps getting blocked, but I'm working on that. That'll probably come out sometime this evening. I'm hoping by the end.
Is it just percentage of footage sort of a thing?
It's just a DMCA thing. You know, it varies. Sometimes it's a clip is too long. Sometimes just the entire video is getting flagged for random reasons. I make very arbitrary changes too, and sometimes I upload the exact same thing twice, and the second time it works. So like it's a very inexact science. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad you got that, because that is kind of I was channeling like retro Masters of the Universe era, like old classic cartoons and also metal.
It's so fucking good. It's so quick. Yes.
Drop it in the Grizzle Wizard track. And as long as it's not too wild and insane, I can get that up on Grizzly Wizard too.
React to the Ghost Stories dub. Oh, dude, I mean,
skulls. That's what's missing. I just need a skull.
Ghost Story dubs, like that anime is very risky.
I don't even know what Ghost Story is. Is it an anime? Okay. I just agreed to something without knowing what the hell I'm doing.
So it got popular. It got popular because the American dub voiceovers like were given full reign on what to do for it, and because I think it happened. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. It either happened during like the writer's strike or it happened during COVID quarantine. So like all the voice actors just kind of ignored script and just went just crazy.
Okay. Really, that's interesting. I'd be into that. Let me hit the people one more time. Like, they're asking for it here.
Yeah. There's some racism. There's some riskiness. Like, yeah. I don't know about that one.
Interesting. Okay. Well, maybe we'll have a Discord conversation about that then. We'll see if we can make that happen. But sounds like it's questionable. So
came out in 2002.
It's old school. It's old school. 2002. It's like Clone Wars micro series time period.
It's like if
Fox is one of my biggest.
So it's like if the creators of South Park did a voiceover for a middle school aged anime group who looked for ghosts.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see the appeal. I could be into that. It really depends, You really never know what you're getting into until you're a couple episodes in, because they sometimes like to bury that like hard turn into a different genre like a couple episodes in. Yeah. So we have a Gonk of the week to get to. Well, we have a Gonk of the week, and then we have something very exciting. Part 2 of a fan film that you and I reacted to together a year ago. Do you remember Skywalker Rising Dawn from Mike Starwalker?
I do remember a majority of it. Which con did we watch it at? Was it at Celebration, or was it at Emerald, or was it while I was there for Emerald City last week?
we watched it. We watched it together here at my place. It was a fan film.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yes. I remember. Yes.
Well, the sequel is finally out.
Oh, right. Because Kyle Katarn's boot, and like we kind of got that very last second little just like snidbit cameo. But what was the finality of the story? Yeah.
Exactly. Well, we have that to react to today, so I'm very excited for that. And also, sorry, give me 2 seconds here. Cool, there we go. Sorry, what was the other thing? Yes, okay, so first, before we get to the other, the fan film here, it's a collaboration between Mike Starwalker and Outcast Cantina. I do not have a lot of opinions about the Daredevil show yet, because I have not seen enough about. I haven't seen enough of the old Netflix series. I mean, I'm excited for it because it looks exciting, but I don't have like a character stakes, like investment in Daredevil, so that much. Bendu probably does though, right? You do, right?
Visually, it looks great. I'm pumped.
It does look great. It does look great visually.
I'm very excited for what we can get.
Hang on here.
Going through the chat here also. Yeah, it will be interesting, like going back to Thunderbolts while Katarn kind of pulls up the fan film, especially considering that, like, with everything we got after Agatha, we know that Wiccan is now going to be part of the Young Avengers. I mean, America Chavez is still assumingly like hanging out at Comartage, learning how to be a sorcerer and controlling her multiversal portal powers. So it's like there's definitely enough heavy hitters to like come in and help for the whole Century Void situation. But
it sounds like they're not going to. It sounds like they want this team
yeah.
to do it themselves.
Like, if anything, like, the Vision is still kind of floating around the planet and, like, just doing whatever he's doing through the atmosphere. So, I mean, like,
not to mention Doctor Strange.
Well, he's still doing Sorcerer Supreme. Well, theoretically, the last we saw of him and Clea were going to the Dark Dimension because whatever he did before started an incursion, and he needed to, go back to Dormammu's realm.
Would it even be in his purview as the Sorcerer Supreme? Because Sentry, it sounds like, doesn't use magic of any kind.
It's true, he doesn't.
He uses like genetically enhanced like superpowers, which is closer to like a super soldier serum.
He's Superman. So it'd be like,
well, that sounds like Captain America needs to come in then and fight Sentry. If it's like a governmental super serum bad guy, that's Captain America's job right there. Interesting. Okay.
But here's the problem though. What do you do when, dude turns into the void and all he has to do is like look at you and like you get just powdered into the ground. We need Wanda. God damn it. Bring back Wanda. Bring back Scarlet Witch. But yeah,
she did so much damage. We need her to come back and do a little bit more. Honestly.
Captain can't chance against Sentry. I mean, yeah, it's
like... Alrighty. Moving along.
You are Gonk of the week.
Everyone's favorite.
Look at that. Awesome. I want that as a sticker. That is so sexy.
Do you want that as a sticker? Would you maybe want to run into Kyle and Bendu at Emerald City Comic Con and be presented with a sticker of the Gonk of the week? Well, maybe that's a thing that can happen.
Yes.
Play your Gonks right. You know what I mean?
Play your Gonks right.
Today's Gonk of the week comes to us from Mike Katona. Look at this Gonk right here. His name is AQGNK, and we actually have a little description that goes with this here. So this little guy is AQGNK, and he's got a nice story. Alejandro de Quesada was a member of Tampa Bay Squadron 501st, and he unexpectedly passed away late last year.
Oh, wow.
His family donated quite a bit of his Star Wars collection to the squad, including this Gonk that was about 80% complete. I finished him up, and now he will be at our events whenever possible, helping to keep Alejandro's spirit alive.
Damn.
That is a beautiful tribute to a Star Wars fan, and I bet Alejandro would be really touched to hear that. Shout out to you, Mike Katona. Well done indeed. Like, honestly, this Gonk looks great.
He looks very
that's really touching.
Like I appreciate that he's definitely a darker looking Gonk that we've ever seen.
He is. He's a Gonk with a past. He's a Gonk with a story.
Oh man.
Full dark side droid herder.
That Gonk, you'd expect that Gonk to push you downstairs.
It's fucked up, man. You're not wrong. You're not wrong though. He does. He looks like a big
been through hell. Yeah, like that Gonk was on the event horizon. Like that Gonk has
been to the edge and back.
Yeah, that Gonk has been through the warp and found a chaos god. Is what that Gonk has been through.
Yeah, this Gonk is definitely in Crimson Dawn. I agree. This Gonk knows Kira. He's met her up close before. He has been in the trenches 100%. Yeah, honestly, he looks like the personal Gonk droid of Darth Maul. He's got him tucked away on his little scimitar ship.
Dude, absolutely. But like, look at how good like the red is worn off. Like, but like that red paint also wasn't his original color. Like he was another color. He got just completely blacked out from scorch marks, and then they're like, "Oh, okay, we can just paint him red because it's the only paint that we have on the ship."
Totally.
And then like. And then same thing though, dude, like he's been through so much wear and tear that it's just like all rubbed off.
He was originally, it kind of makes me think of that Sith Star Wars Visions season 2 episode with the Sith painter in the first episode.
Yeah.
How like you've taken something that has a very standard gray paint job and then like painted it up with this like brilliant, passionate red, and now that red has slowly faded over time. It really does create a cool.
That's so good. That's so funny. Yes. Gonk screams skulls for the skull throne. Dude, absolutely. Dude,
It's
shout
such
out
a good one.
Okay, shout out to what was the name of the artist that completed the project?
This Gonk was built by Mike Katona. Well, this Gonk was built by Alejandro de Quesada, and then Mike Katona took it over and finished it as a beautiful tribute to his friend.
As part of the 5-0, as that local 501st.
Yeah, shout out to Tampa Bay Squadron.
In light of that, this droid, this Gonk will have to get 501st Gonks.
501 Gonks.
Yeah.
Okay. Let the record show that Bendu has rated this Gonk 501 Gonks out of 10. And you know what? I think that's well deserved. But you know what? I'm going to go in a different direction with this. Yeah, dude, the 501st is fantastic, man. They're such a cool organization. It's such a cool way to turn being a Star Wars fan into a job, and it's a way to make little kids happy, like that, like sick kids in the hospital, and it's just the most wholesome, wonderful work you could do. So yeah, if there's any 501st troopers in the chat right now, like, know that we absolutely love and respect you guys. Like, you do great things. But because this Gonk has this awesome, like, dark, kind of like, look at that red eye, man. That's
I know,
it's
dude.
an evil ass eye. He's got black and red on him. He does have cute little feet, and now that I'm noticing his silly feet, like, I can't stop looking at them. Like, very adorable. Very adorable. But I am gonna rate this Gonk with 666 Gonks. Yeah.
I see.
He gets the full 666. Look at it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I see you.
So yeah, shout out to you, Mike Katona. That was a beautiful tribute. May Alejandro rest in peace, and thank you so much for submitting that to the Gonk of the Week. This has been the Gonk of the Week, everybody's favorite segment on the Dork Forces podcast. That's a lot of gonking. Yeah, 666. But you know what? I would listen to that, and I would consider that to be a banger of a song.
That Gonk list is Judas Priest.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
That's the kind of Gonk that you could paint like van art on the side.
Yes.
That's something that needs to happen.
That Gonk and Chopper would get along great.
I want to see a Gonk droid with like a wizard riding a bear, like painted on the side, like it's like a shitty Astro van,
like a tramp stamp. Just put it on its back panel.
No, put it on the side panel. That's the
fair.
traditional like van depiction. Yeah, get like a Frank Frazetta mural going on the side of your. The Plonk droid is honestly the right shape too, because it's got the double wide. You know,
it's true.
I'm getting ahead of myself here.
Comes in various like base van colors as well.
Oh man. Okay, so our final order of business here. This is a Bendu reaction. I watched this already. My reaction to this came out yesterday on the YouTube channel. This is part 2 of the Rising Dawn series, coming at us from Outcast Cantina and Mike Starwalker in collaboration. This was a winner at SaberCom 2024. Yeah, I'm so into this. Most people, I think, have already seen our reaction to the previous installment in here, but here's a little refresher for you right at the end.
I'm gonna force the clash so we can get closer, and then I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Start kidney kicking.
Oh, is that Kyle Katarn with a double-bladed yellow saber? What the fuck? What the fuck? And then she just runs away.
What?
Bravo.
What? Oh my god.
Bravo.
That was a banger. That was a banger. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Mike Starwalker.
So much layering.
Okay, yeah.
So hyped, dude.
Man.
So hyped to continue this now.
Dude, now that I'm remembering it, I still the area, I don't know if it was like a public park, I don't know if it was a library, but whatever that building is, so fucking cool.
They found a really cool location to film this in.
That location was incredible, and like you could.
It's the kind of place that you and I would have been looking for when we were like 17 years old to do our parkour.
we would spend so many hours there filming various projects and doing like different photo shoots. Absolutely, that whole area looked so cool and just like so perfectly Jedi Temple also. Like, yes.
Well, because that's what it's supposed to be, right? It's supposed to be Yavin.
That's right.
The location of Luke's temple.
And then, like,
Mara
oh,
Jade is
man.
here assaulting it with some reborn warriors, man. Ugh.
Oh, man. We had to have watched that on like a Sunday or a Monday because like you had
we did
sitting on the ground.
You flew in. We went to the con for like 2 days, and then we watched a bunch of fan films in the morning, and then we went back to the con.
Which was
that's right. I had the Darth Jar Jar print just sitting there in the background. Love that thing. All right, well, you're ready. Are you ready, best friend? Let's do this.
Oh, yes. Look at that ship. Yes.
Let's see that clearing over there.
That's 2 miles out.
I run fast.
Yeah, well, we'll see if you can keep up.
No, you're staying with the
ship.
ship.
So this must be before
you got there. I ain't dealt with this many Darksiders.
Yeah, we're seeing it delete up.
Yeah, look at that updated costume. It's like
it
looks so good.
And not protecting someone at the same time.
I admire your courage.
I like their banter too. It's very Kyle and Jan.
Forever, Kyle.
I can try.
Look at that shot, dude. Look at that. This is totally that location you were talking about.
Oh, so they must have done this with a drone.
I think it's a drone shot. It has
Dude,
to be, right?
Drone shots just like it comes so far.
I like how cinematic they're being with the reveals of these like masks and faces and things too.
Was an illusion. Oh, dude, the fact that
you recognize it, right? The hands.
Yeah, it's so video games.
Let's go.
That better?
Is that force heal?
All right, kid, get out of here.
Oh! Thanks for the HP. Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. Woo!
Okay.
Just reborn scrubs, dude.
Nice and clean. It's so funny seeing him do, like, I like it though. I like that we're seeing Kyle Katarn things the different way. Character growth.
It does. It kind of progresses the character in that way.
Dude, I love it. You know what's also kind of funny? Him wearing the scarf. Let's go.
I feel like his character design is Kyle Katarn mixed with that Drake guy from Uncharted.
Oh, I was gonna say Brendan
Drake.
Fraser from the
Better put those in the back to tank.
It's Kyle Katarn meets Rick O'Connell.
Ooh. Okay, 2v1. Let's go. Come on.
Excellent use of force play. Yeah, it was brilliant. Brilliant.
Oh! Fire pistol!
Yes. When things are too far away, you just gotta shoot.
When in doubt, just start blasting, man. That's the way to go. Meanwhile, Mike Skywalker out here absolutely killing it as Luke Skywalker.
What was that?
He did a force crotch blast. You ever seen that?
What up, Mara? Are you gonna help, or are you just gonna get in the way?
Nah, she's totally in the way.
Oh yeah, no, you're.
The music is like really good in this too.
The music is great. Those mask details.
Dude, Kyle Katarn whips wholesale ass every time. He's so good.
Dude, the sabers look so good.
The choreography's so clean.
Yes.
God knows it's taking so much practice to get these routines down. Let's go.
Let's go, bro. Character growth.
Dude.
There's so much happening. So much happening. Ooh. Oh, damn. Come on, man. I know you're at a disadvantage. Come on, bro. There you go. There you go. There you go. Fight dirty. Sometimes you gotta fight dirty.
Dude's face was on fire. His face was on fire.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, man. And there you have it.
Yes.
There you have it.
Yes. That was beautiful. That was
Katarn, Rising Dawn.
Yes. Had to fetch together because the actual Katarn costume was nowhere to be found. But hey, my Pauldron shirt, dude, it was
honestly like I kind of like it better
so well. And hey, shout out to you, dude.
You made it your own.
For being in the chat, actually, that is absolutely hilarious. Hello, welcome. Episode 2 was incredible. Yeah, no, your whole team should feel proud.
My understanding is that there's going to be a the two fan films will be combined into a Dark Forces centric web series, right? That's what I read on the thing, which has me very excited. No, that's awesome, man.
That's so cool. Yes.
Yeah, the choreography, the cinema, the shots being used, the way the sound design, like the music, the score came together to support the action without sort of like drowning it out, which can be a problem sometimes.
Yes.
It was also artfully balanced. Like absolutely impressed, man.
Yeah, so it'll be about 15 minutes.
Okay, cool. Well, dude, we're gonna have to do an in-person reaction to this when it drops. Like 100%. That's gonna be a whole event.
Yeah,
man. Yeah. That's so cool, man. What a high note to end the podcast on too. Like that was a long time coming. Bendu and I watched that a year ago, and we have both been like wondering what was going to happen.
Where's part 2?
Like,
Where the fuck's part 2?
Such a tease. Give us the rest of it. So I'm so happy to finally.
Now here we are, February 2025. But hey, I mean, a lot of those projects take a lot of funding. A lot of those projects take a lot of pre and post production. So again, shout out to you guys putting it all together. I mean, that was great. Yeah, dude. Yeah, thank you so much. I don't remember what state or part of town you all are in, but yeah, Katarn's going to be in Star Wars Celebration Japan, which is absolutely wild. Yeah, Emerald City Comic Con this year, or like next month. Not this year, literally next month. We're finishing all the repairs and stuff.
This is why I have so much respect for Star Wars fan film creators, because Star Wars is such a copyrighted property. You can't make any sort of a profit when you make a fan film.
But dude, given
it has to be a passion project. You're not going to make a return on anything you're sending into it.
In the US, dude, it's gonna be like the greatest, biggest college reunion. Like the fact, because all of us, all the content creators, all of the fan film makers, like we're all going to be able to get together, and like the next one that happens, Main Shore America, like let's go. Me shows up 7 minutes. I mean, hey, that was me.
I wouldn't have it any other way, Crystal.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
It's true. Like all of my mutuals through the Star Wars fandom community, having been to a Star Wars celebration already, it does kind of feel like these are all the people that I went to school with. Like it does feel like a reunion is a good way to put it. Like, and yeah, man, it's easily the most ambitious Star Wars related trip that I've ever taken. I've fully cleaned myself out for this. I've got high expectations. I'm really looking forward to it. I've got so many friends that live overseas that are also going to be in Japan. So like, it's kind of a dream come true for me. I'm so excited. But yeah, now that Crystal is finally here with her Starbucks, it's time to end the podcast. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. This has been a really, really good one. We talked a little bit about the new Captain America. We talked about the Force Unleashed Funko Pop Thunderbolts big game trailer that came out, and we reacted to part 2. Well, we'll just call it its own standalone thing because it stands on its own merit here. Kyle Katarn, Rising Dawn, banger of a fan film, man. So much fun. And don't worry, everyone. I'll be highlighting, clipping, and posting Bendu's reaction to this fan film on the channel separate from this live stream. So you'll be able to see it there with the rest of my fan film reactions. So don't worry about that. I'm going to buzz everyone one last time with the fancy new Grizzled Wizard intro because I love it so much. Yeah, it's so good, man. Can't get enough of it.
So hyped.
Yeah, this was a really fun time. Thank you all for hanging out with us for the last hour and a half. Like, I love that we get to spend our Tuesday nights doing this. We're among fine company here with all of you here with us. So thanks again for watching, everybody, and as always, may the force be with you.